Welcome to Study Loop.
Hey everybody, today we're talking about the Industrial Revolution. So with this question, we're kind of trying to figure out how two different events are linked. This is kind of dealing with scientific method and stuff like that. Just one second. So our question talks about the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, starting with the invention of the steam engine. It's important to write these things out because when you're dealing with word problems, they get a little confusing. So begins with invention of steam engine. All right. Now we're also saying the other event that's happening is human population increases exponentially, which means a lot. So let's just actually. A lot. Okay. So now we're trying to figure out how these two events are linked to the idea that humans are able to change the carrying capacity of their environment. Okay? We've got four options here. A, B, C, and D. All right, and while we deal with these different options, kind of discuss them, I'm going to be crossing them out if they're wrong. So we're first looking at A, which is talking about the invention enabled people to use machines to carry out farming activities, which then is going to change the amount of resources because they have more. Thus, the increase in resources spurred economic growth. So, it didn't affect the amount of available resources required to sustain human life. But it is going to make it so that people are going to be able to do more things. But I don't really see a reason to cross this out immediately, so we're not going to cross out A immediately. Next, let's try B. The invention of the steam engine enabled people to actually, okay, so for A, I'm going to write out farm activity. Okay, just kind of remember what it is because that still is an option. With B, people are then developing pest-resistant crop varieties. That automatically is going to be a no. I mean, there's just not a direct correlation there between the steam engine, right, which is a train, and then the human population increasing. Now, that is important, but not what we're looking for. So next up, we have the amount available on C, available resources needed to sustain life decreased. The amount needed is wrong. I think this is a really wordy question, but really A is looking at that same thing now that I read C, and that it's talking about literally what people need, like the amount that they need, which is not the case because nothing is going to change what people need. It might change availability to those needs, but it's not going to change the amount of available resources needed. It's just going to change the amount. Sorry, I'm writing this out because it is confusing, which is why I'm guessing you asked it. And it does confuse me as well. It's referring to amount at two different ways. Okay? wordy, tricky problem, which is why writing out that farm activity thing helped me. So with D, it's talking about the invention of the steam engine enables the environment to be changed according to the needs of people. The regulation really of environmental conditions, then you're going to get more exponential growth. So basically, if this was saying the amount, as in like the amount of resources available, because then people were able to transport things more, you could argue it. But really, it's referring to the amount as in like needed for life. So A, B, and C are wrong, and D is going to be the correct answer. So I hope you learned something. I'm sorry that problem was so weird. It was weird to me too. Have a great day. Bye-bye.